Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So I'm going to be reading First Peter chapter 4, and I'm going to be reading out of the Life Application Bible. It's the New Living Translation. All right. Living for Yahuah. So then, since Yahushua suffered physical pain, you must arm yourself with the same attitude he had, and be ready to suffer too. For if you have suffered physically for Yahushua, you have finished with sin. You won't spend the rest of your lives chasing your own desires, but you would be anxious to do the will of Yahuwah. You have had enough in the past of the evil things that godless people enjoyed, their immorality and lust, their feasting and drunkenness and wild parties, and their terrible worship of idols. Of course, your former friends are surprised when you no longer plunge into the flood of wild and destructive things they do. So they slander you. But remember that they will have to face Yahuwah, who will judge everyone, both the living and the dead. That is why the good news was preached to those who are now dead. So although they were destined to die, like all people, they now live forever with Yahuwah in the Spirit. The end of the world is coming soon. Therefore, be earnest and disciplined in your prayers. Most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love covers a multitude of sin. Cheerfully share your home with those who need a meal or a place to stay. Yahuwah has given each of you a gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. Do you have the gift of speaking? Then speak as though Yahuwah himself were speaking through you. Do you have the gift of helping others? Do it with all the strength and energy that Yahuwah supplies. Then everything you do will bring glory to Yahuwah through Yahusha. All glory and power to him forever and ever. Amen. Dear friends, don't be surprised at the furious trial you are going through, as if something strange were happening to you. Instead, be very glad, for these trials make you partners with Yahusha in his suffering, so that you will have the wonderful joy of seeing his glory when it is revealed to all the world. So be happy when you are insulted for being a disciple, follower of Yahusha. But then the glorious spirit of Yahuwah rests upon you. If you suffer, however, it must not be for murder, stealing, making trouble, or prying into others' people's affairs. But it is no shame to suffer for being a disciple, follower of Yahusha. Praise Yahuwah for the privilege of being called by his name. For the time has come for judgment, and it must begin with Yahuwah's household. And if judgment begins with us, what terrible fate awaits those who have never obeyed Yahuwah good news. And also, if the righteous are barely saved, what will happen to godless sinners? So if you are suffering in a manner that pleases Yahuwah, keep on doing what is right and trust your lives to the Yahuwah who created you, who will never fail you.